Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Sean at Knowles Power Equipment in Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Guys, today we're going to take a look at removing and reattaching the KL7320 loader from your RX7320. Let's take a look. As has been the case so far with every loader that we've taken a look at, we're going to raise the loader into the air so that we can drop those loader stands down. You see there's a couple options of where we can lock that into place. I chose the first one here. That's going to vary a little bit depending on what kind of surface you are removing your loader on. I chose a concrete floor here. It's nice and level. It gets to be a little tricky whenever you go to take these loaders off on any kind of unlevel ground, so we really recommend finding the flattest, most level place that you can. Once we have those stands down, go ahead and lower the loader onto the ground, placing the weight onto those stands and the bucket. You'll see here how I know that I have it where I need it is that pin is going to come loose, which allows me to remove the cotter pin on the inside of the loader arms and then remove that pin from the loader bracket itself. Once those pins have been removed, you're going to use your loader control to raise the loader itself out of the mounting brackets on the tractor, and then turn the tractor off, release the hydraulic pressure with the loader control, and from there you can unhook all of your hydraulic lines. You'll see here that there are a number of coupler caps that are on each of these hoses. We really recommend putting those on once you're done. That way you can make sure there's no dust, dirt, or any kind of grime get into those hydraulic lines and cause you some issues down the road. You'll see here that each of those hydraulic lines is color coded. Before you remove your hydraulic lines, any tractor that comes out of Knowles is going to get color coded, but your dealer may not have color coded those lines. So before you unhook them, make sure that they're color coded. That way you know which one goes back into which place, and your loader will work properly whenever you hook everything back up. Once the hydraulic lines are disconnected, jump on the tractor, back it straight out of the loader so you don't bump anything, and then get to work with whatever you're doing without your loader. Alright, we're done with whatever work it is that we need to get done without our loader. It's time to put the loader back on. Once again, we want to make sure that we line everything up as straight and centered as possible. So you see here, I take my time lining everything up nice and straight, making sure that those loader arms get as close to the brackets on the tractor as possible. That way I don't have to move too much with the hydraulics. Once we have everything lined up, let's park the tractor, jump off the machine, and reconnect our hydraulic lines. Again, making sure that we wipe everything off really quick just to make sure any dust or dirt that built up while we were working without the loader doesn't get into our hydraulic system. Again, the big thing here is making sure that each hydraulic line is put back into the proper place. Once we have everything hooked back up, go ahead and turn the tractor back on, grab the loader control, and lower the loader arms back into the mounting bracket onto the tractor. You'll see here once everything is right where it needs to be, that pin is going to slide right back in. We're going to put the cotter pin back on the inside to make sure everything stays in place, and again on the other side. We talked about it in some other videos, but it is very important that if that pin is not going in smoothly, there's something not lined up quite right. If it comes time to get the hammer out or start kicking, something is not quite right, and you run a very high risk of breaking something. So we really recommend making sure that all of those holes line up so that that pin slides in nice and gently. Once everything's hooked back up, raise your loader back up into the air. Go ahead and put those loader stands back up into their clip-on places here under the loader, and you're all set and get back to work. Alright guys, thanks for stopping in and taking a look at how to take off and reattach your KL7320 loader on your RX7320 Kioti tractor. Guys, if you have some more questions on how to do some things with your machine, feel free to check out the rest of our how-to page. We're going to have some more content coming out here soon in the coming weeks and months. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss any of that information. If you know somebody who is curious about how to take care of the machine, feel free to share the channel. We'd appreciate it. But guys, thanks for stopping in. We'll see you on the next episode of How To.